Welcome back to another episode. I am your host, Matt Powers. Thank you again for joining me. And today's topic is around New York Mets first baseman Mr. Pete Alonso and why I think he is a great autograph to pick up for your collection right now, and how he is kind of similar to Mike Trout in the beginning of their career. So we'll kind of tie that all in together in today's topic. But first off, we're going to talk a little bit about some stats on these guys, and then we'll discuss some similar characteristics and then kind of where pricing is for them right now. Just picked up some Pete Alonso Bowman cards, some signed PSA cards, and been looking to pick up a lot on Alonso lately. I think his autograph is going to be one that's going to be kind of really going up in value here, especially if he wins the Rookie of the Year. So I've just been picking up as much as I can, as best price as I can, but that seems to be the biggest challenge, is finding good quality stuff of his at a good price. So let's just touch on a little bit about some stats on Alonso and then also on Trout too, so you can kind of get a little bit of comparison on these guys. Now, of course, they play different positions. Obviously, Trout's a center fielder, Alonso's a first baseman, but they have some really great Rookie of the Year statistics here, okay? Now, when Trout was in 2012. He was a little bit younger than Alonso. He was 21 years old. Alonso was 24, so we're talking a 3-year difference here on the player's age here. But they played very similar careers here, very similar years to begin with here. Trout played about 139 games, and Alonso at this point in this video here, September 16th, he's played in 148 games so far. So very, very similar games played. Trout way ahead of him in runs and stolen bases, 49-1 on stolen bases. Hits, he's way ahead of him, 182 to 142. Now, obviously, Alonso's got some more power numbers there. Power numbers so far for Alonso are 47 home runs to Trout's 30, 109 RBIs for Alonso to 83 for Trout. Their slugging percentage is very, very similar, and average for Trout way above Alonso's at 326 and 261, okay? So their stats are not really apples to apples, just because Alonso is more of a power hitter, but these are both great Rookie of the Year numbers. And I'm going to tell you a little bit why these guys are kind of a little more similar. We're going to talk a little bit about characteristics right now and why I think you should be picking up Alonso autographs at this particular moment. So, first off, I believe that Alonso is going to win the 2019 NL Rookie of the Year. Okay, unless something drastic happens there, I believe he's going to be your Rookie of the Year candidate. Of course, Trout won the 2012 American League Rookie of the Year. And so, by, of course, winning these awards, inscriptions come into play, and as soon as inscriptions come into play, what happens? Pricing goes up on these guys. So right now is kind of it's getting to be a little high point here, but this is now still a decent time to get these players in. The second characteristic that I think of when I look at why autographs are going to be going up in value is both of these guys play in big markets. Okay, you've got obviously Los Angeles for Trout, and you've got New York for Alonso. And right now, it looks like the Mets are maybe not going to make the playoffs. They're about 4 games out for the NL wild card, but potentially, these guys are both going to be, in the playoffs and maybe meeting up there at some point there. So I definitely think playing in big markets has a huge effect on an autograph's value. The third characteristic that I love talking about, and this is kind of an underrated thing when it comes to autographs, is nicknames. You got to have a nickname. People like when you have a nickname. And it's one that you can get on inscriptions. You got the Millville Meteor for Mr. Trout, and you got the Polar Bear for Alonso. So you've got some kind of unique nicknames there for these guys. So again, inscriptions come into play. A lot of people like to get inscriptions on there. And when a player does certain statistics like the Rookie of the Year, pricing goes up, cost of those inscriptions go up. And so that's why if you can get those in right now, buy something inscribed, you're going to get a serious return on your investment there, because players' value is going to be going up as soon as they win the Rookie of the Year. This last characteristic, number 4 here I want to talk about, is they've already seen a price increase on Alonso and Trout. So let's just give you some comparison here on Trout's 2012 pricing. Now, granted, this was 7 years ago. Autograph industry has changed a lot, and I'm just going off of memory here, but from what I remember, when Trout was first starting off, we're talking the beginning of the baseball season, 2012. I believe retail pricing on his baseballs were $99. And I remember, I'll just tell you a quick story. I had a chance to pick up 72 Mike Trout baseballs, and I believe the cost was, I want to say 45 or 47 bucks each. And so I could have just made a killing on those, but at the time I was like, well, I mean, Trout wasn't all that. I mean, he was going to be potential rookie of the year, but a lot of guys are potential rookie of the years. And why would I need 72 Mike Trout baseballs? Well, looking back on it, obviously, right now I probably could use 72 Mike Trout baseballs at 45 bucks each. But anyway, I digress a little bit here. So Trout was about a $99 retail value. At Alonso's first signing in April of this year, he was also a $99 retail value, okay? So very similar on that aspect, okay? As of right now in September here of 2019, you're looking at Alonso at a retail price on MLB ball is at $199 already. So you've already seen a double up on the price there. So a big jump there. Trout is right now for his last signing was at $350 a ball. So he's, gone up threefold there, of course, over a longer period of time. But their pricing is, very similar along the certain stretches there. So, again, this is all pre-Rookie of the Year pricing, too. So, as soon as Alonso, potentially, if he wins NL Rookie of the Year, again, you're going to see another big jump on that. Of course, it's going to be right before Christmas, so you're going to see a big jump on pricing again there. So, as of right now, September, now is a very good time if you want to get something Alonso to pick it up. You're going to be paying a decent price there. Again, you're looking at $199 for baseballs. But also, again, remember, his pricing is going to go up. So if you see something that you like on Alonso, this is probably going to be the cheapest that he's going to get for quite a long time, especially, again, if he wins that Rookie of the Year and the costs on those inscriptions are going to go, they're going to drive the autograph price up and his overall value as well. So hopefully that helps you on deciding whether or not you want to add a Alonso autograph to your collection. Again, the guy he just seems like a really cool dude. I don't know if you saw what he did on September 11th, too, with the cleats. That was a really cool gesture. So he's got a huge fan base, too, and people really seem to like this guy. And, of course, that plays into his likability and his popularity and all that good stuff that really drives up the pricing on his autograph as well. So if you guys got any questions on that, let me know. If you guys can give this video a like, I definitely would appreciate that. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, that is also cool as well. And then visit the website, powerssportsmemorabilia.com. You can see some of the Alonso stuff I have there. Again, those cards that I just picked up there. Hopefully those will be a good seller there. But they look pretty sharp there. I've been really getting into cards a lot lately if you've seen some of my social media posts on that. So hopefully those will be a good one for me. Anyways, if you guys got any questions, let me know, and I will see you on the next episode.